Hello! Okay, so I am recording this a few days after posting the first one. I realized really quickly I forgot to put a guest entrance, or a zoo entrance. I know I'm low on cash, dang. I have negative $1,343.69, but the very first thing I'm gonna do is get the very last loan. I should not have taken loans. But you know what, here we are. My head is also a little buzzy because I have like a weird sinus thing going on. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly cover all this up. That's not gonna connect, is it? Okay, maybe that'll do. Ugh. Okay. I think that's fine. Oh wait, this one's not on. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to highlight everything here, turn climbing off. That way lag is reduced in the future. That's been an issue for some of my other zoos, and I've just kind of like glanced past it a little bit. I'm also going to move these back inward. Seems a little dangerous, but... And then one thing I completely forgot to do is put candles in the lanterns. That is actually like a little lantern. Wait, they are lit. Oh, they don't require electricity! Okay, no, that's kind of cute. I need to build a... Okay. What am I going to build? I could do sheep. Only issue is that those might require a large area. I was thinking of either sheeps, chickens, or pigs. Our only issue, chickens, probably a little bit of a building. I don't know, they're all gonna require a building. But I also need something that's going to give me a lot of visitors. So I am going to make like a little off-branching path. Okay, I'm gonna do a tiny bit bigger. And then this is going to lead to like a little, I guess I'll do it smaller, I don't know, a little like sheep herder house. So this is just gonna be a smaller house, mostly because I can't really afford a larger house. Okay, so I'm going to do, I really just want like, so it's still gonna be an 8 meter by 8 meter, however, it's going to be more 4 meter in the middle, 2 meters on the side. I'm gonna try to keep a lighter wood color than the other area, just so that it's less of a centerpiece and more of just like a, this thing exists, because these are kind of a centerpiece, mostly because there's not really anything else around them. Although I shouldn't, mostly because now that Arctic wood is out of place, I'm just gonna have to change it. Okay, I don't really like these windows now. I do also just like this color of thatch. Very nice. I don't want to do any other type of thatch because this one matches, but they don't have a good smaller one. Could just do like a little awning. Okay, I'm gonna use the twilight beams because they have a tiny bit more texture and they're a bit smaller, which will allow me to have a lot more variation. Oh, they're so expensive though. Crap. And also, a good thing about building the shed is that later on I can use it to store like a generator or something, or a water treatment thing. I might not need a water treatment thing, but still, keep those there. And then I'm going to... I'm gonna leave these slightly uneven just for texture. I'm gonna need to be very creative with the fences. Because already my money, ugh. Really quickly, one thing that I need to make sure that I don't forget are like donation bins. I don't know how I'm going to put these down or like color them. I guess I'll just do this. Oh yeah, maybe I'll just hide it in the house. Nice. And then I could probably hide them in like trees and stuff. I don't need nothing. So it's gonna look like they're just throwing money at this dude's door. I love that. Really super quickly, I'm just going to... Maybe I'll just leave that like that, and then... Because I need to line it so it doesn't look like it's sitting directly on top of the house, because, I mean, I don't know, maybe they'll have like things like mold if that happens, or... Just kind of guessing. Ooh, they're so uneven. Did you see that? Dang. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Did not notice that. I think I'm just gonna keep it over there on the on that side because Okay, here I'm just like continuing to add a few decorations. I think this is gonna be so cute. Okay, I think that might be all I can really do for now. It's a little decorated. I kind of want to go back and add more, I guess, detail to the stonework with decals. However, I'm kind of worried that I'm not really going to have much money to do that, so now I'm just going to work on the sheep pen and stuff. Or should I do pigs? I'll do sheep. Sheep are more magical. So I am going to probably start out with fencing. I was originally going to start out with like a little sheep pen. However, I'm probably just going to do something more like a shed. Okay, so I'm going to start out with fencing. I would usually just start out with like a shed, but I kind of want to build just like a little shed with maybe a manger in it, like a little trough. Let me actually highlight where I want to build with the hidden barriers. Do you think he'd want it connected to his house? I'm just going to do these kind of small so that I can get like an idea of where I want to build. I'm also trying to have, I guess, just more space for the animals whenever I build. Because usually I feel like I end up going way too small. Okay, after a tiny bit of research, medieval Europe did have like mules and donkeys and stuff. However, this is an American species. But I'm kind of wondering if it would make sense to include them. Because theoretically, I don't know. This could be like 1500s, because I'm pretty sure donkeys were brought back with those early colonization missions. Like Columbus. Ugh. But, I don't know. Donkeys were domesticated between 5,000 and 7,000 years ago from the African wild asses, pack, transport, and draft animals, and spread throughout the world. So, I don't think I can do Somali wild asses, because no matter how much I like saying that name, because they are endangered, and I don't feel like it would be right to include them as like a little, here, look at my zoo type of thing. I'm just going to do the American standard donkey, and then act like this is like, I don't know, 1500s, 1400s, 1450s, 1490s, I don't know. Something like that, because I think it might be more interesting. I don't know, it's too good. Too clean, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is the fence design that I came up with. I feel like it needed a little bit of support. I think it's good. Also, I lied earlier. I should totally do the fence before doing anything else. Where's my delete key? There it is. Mostly so that I can actually control the design. Don't listen to past me. Past me is stupid. The only issue I know I'm gonna have with this park is that I can't really do education, because since I'm trying to do like medieval magic style, education boards don't necessarily fit into that, so I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna do for that aspect. Unless I make like Ye Olden Town board and then just have that as the education station. Oh, that would be so cute, but I don't really want to do like 50 billion illustrations of donkeys and sheep, and that might be so cute though. Maybe I could hire someone, because no way in hell am I using AI. Oh yeah, and today, as I'm recording this, I uploaded or updated my profile photo. Yay! Oh no! I don't know what to do, guys. I can't. That is the... Okay, 7,000. And then sell one of my old white lions that I forgot that I had. Is this enough space for like one donkey? Can I just do one donkey? Good. Is this enough space for just like one donkey? Okay, just to add a tiny bit of variation, I'm going to make a few of these off. Like just slightly above, slightly below. Just so that it's more, I guess, differentiated. Because this, in my, well, let me lower this a tiny bit. Okay, so this in my eyes looks a whole lot better than that. Mostly because it has more character. So I would definitely recommend doing stuff like that if you are building. Just like a tiny bit, not much. And I don't know, it'll just make the whole of it feel more alive in some ways. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to make sure that it looks supported, because this is like the outside of the shed. Okay, so this is just like a little shed. This is not the stable, I promise. I'm gonna have him like an actual little stable. But this is just like a little work shed for the smith, I'm guessing this guy is. Yeah, I tried to make the wood a tiny bit more sun bleached because I would imagine that sheds like this like stay around for a while. I'm going to keep the wood-ish type things the same. My brain's not working. So that the colors match. And also, in your Planet Zoo builds, I highly recommend just like, it might take longer, but just like dragging things and placing them down manually a little bit. Just so that you have a bit more variation and that the scenes have a bit more life. I don't know, it's always helped me a good bit. And I would also recommend finding, I guess, images of what you want to build so that you have some sort of starting point mentally. Because it can be hard to just find something to build and do it. Giving like Skyrim house. Okay, can I change the color? Yes, I can. There's a little bit of Z fighting, but I'm going to choose to ignore it. Okay, now, well, I'm gonna put that on pause really quickly to make the little manger slash trough. I feel like this is more of a feeder. Okay, I was kind of worried because I was worried that the roof would just like, if it rained, all the rain would just go right into the feeder, but it doesn't. I think it's fine. Hey. Hey. Oh, I love using that for hay. It's so cute. I honestly can't wait to get into like the newer game when it comes out and then just like mess everything up, but like screw around till I find things that I can like finagle into what I want. And I will say, for like 90% of the time that I do speak in these, I cut it out just because I ramble so freaking much. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, now I'm just gonna add some crates. Although these don't really technically make sense because they're like D&D crates. But maybe I just don't mention that. And I hide it with barrel? No. I'm just doing this so that I can add this. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I do kind of like how that turned out. Can I add some fruit, like apples? Apple. There we go. Just do like a little, this will be like an apple barrel or something. Jeez, $2.50 for an apple? God, like real life prices. Okay, we have a cute little barrel full of apples. Okay, now I'm going to just randomly paint occasionally a little bit of soil, just so it looks like this area is used and not just like sitting there fallowing. I feel like at this point I could do a zoo with animals that are like different morph, like albino or leucistic, maybe melanistic. I have so many. Somewhat struggling with planting this. So I need something here to kind of break things up maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and quick trade this African lion. It is 15,000, which I feel like is a lot, but I do kind of need it. So I'm gonna try not to overplant. Just gonna leave it like that. And then maybe some ferns or some brackens. I know brackens prefer the shade. A lot of ferns like the shade. And then just in the very back here, I'm just gonna do some random miscellaneous oak trees as like large bushes, just so that it looks denser from like the view of the street or the path. Okay, this might be enough detail. Hold on. Only issue with enrichment is that it's gonna be harder to hide. Destination inaccessible. Is it this? I can't really get rid of that. There we go. Now it says it's a habitat. Let's see. Oh, okay, finally they've got it. Nice. I'm assuming they can't access that feeder. So I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm in debt. Oops. What else can I sell? Oh my gosh, your welfare's doing pretty good, buddy. Oh, you're so cute. You're adorable. Oh, I do love the horse models in this game, especially with the newer models. The older models, you can kind of tell a difference. Another thing that I should focus on remembering to do is putting like a lot of grasses and stuff right by the fences, because if you're like trimming that or whatever, you're not really going to be able to get as in there without damaging the fence. I don't know, it's just something for me to like try to remember. And plus, if you're like walking around, you're not really going to be able to like get in there and walk on it. So there's going to be a little bit taller grass. Sorry, I'm gonna try to talk normally. It just, ugh. I'm also moving my mic, I apologize. So, now I'm probably going to do the smithy. I just need to figure out exactly how. If I do it over here, I'm going to have to move this oak tree more, I guess, close to the river. That's not too terrible, I don't think. I am starting to realize that I might be at my limit for everything that I have to sell. That might be a big issue. Or what I guess want to sell. Okay, I'm just gonna sell this one. There we go, now I have 21,000. I wish I could do it right in there. In here, but that's not really gonna make much sense. I just remembered I could use those. Also, y'all, I forgot I could do smoke. I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly in these chimneys. I think this is the only time I've used the smoke effect. Okay, so it's still rough, but it's not like awful. Also, my voice like cracked really bad. We're going to ignore that actually. I don't know if I like these beams anymore. It's giving like flintstones. My only issue with this is that that's just gonna cause it to... I'm gonna switch these around because that would cause the area to like fill up with water. I will say this design is almost semi-modern. I'm trying to fix it. It's not really going well, but I don't know. I'm just gonna add more beams until it goes away. Okay, now I just need to look for decorations. I need like an anvil. You know what? That's gonna be bleh. That is going to have to be our anvil. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I can't see. No. Oh, why did I do the roof before the inside? Woe is me. Okay, I'm not really seeing any good crates. I feel like it's fine. I'm just gonna plant really quickly and then I think we'll be done. Okay, I can't really think of anything else I can add. We have this guy, we have some money. I'm not gonna unpause it because I'm still losing money. Let me actually fix that. Oh, now that I roughened up the terrain a good bit, I need to replant most of these. Or I could I might smooth it back, just to make it easier. Oh, those aren't turds, I promise. I promise they're not turds. I think we might be done. I might add vines somewhere, probably on this. But yeah, I think we might, yeah. No, I think we might be done. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to show like a quick little, you know what, let me just, okay, you're in the ground, buddy, I'm so sorry. There we go. Let me get a better lighting situation. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely really appreciate— oh, I love what he did with his lips. I genuinely really appreciate it. If you like this video and are looking for more, especially in this series, consider subscribing. It really helps me, like, genuinely. And yeah, I am starting to love how this zoo's turning out. I'm excited to make more. I am also thinking of starting up a new Planet Zoo Challenge series, which, I mean, hopefully that'll be fun. It's probably not going to be long. Well, it might actually not be a series. It might just be a one-off episode. But I think it's going to be nice. Again, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Bye!